Good day, good friends. Bobo C-Type Ears here with more Black-White Martyr Proc. This is the last round of a league, and our opponent has revealed Yorion, which tells me that keeping a Weathered Wayfarer to go get Cavern of Souls might be a really good play. So we'll see how it goes. I also like this hand has the backup of just being able to go Serra into Martyr. It has Winds of Abandon. It's a pretty solid hand here. Get a Field of Ruin, which is great to get our black source when we need it. But I'm going to start with Weathered Wayfarer and get that Cavern just in case. Our opponents start with Windswept Heath, so they could be a Bant deck. They could also be a Devoted Druid deck. So I think there's little risk in getting the Weathered Wayfarer here. Snow-covered forest for our opponent tells me that my instinct that this is a control deck is pretty on the point. There's the blue source that confirms it for the most part for me. We get another ranger here, which we love. They cast a Quaddle. I thought they were going to had something to stifle me. I was like, there's nothing that's 2-mana in the format that stifles. Stifle Bird is 3 mana. Don't scare me like that, Fred. And we'll cast Martyr here. It seems unlikely that they have a way to remove it, so I want to kind of get going here. And if not, we start casting Ranger. If they do remove it, we start casting Ranger of Eos. So our opponent goes to combat, gets in with Ice Fang. Someone in the comments tell me how to pronounce Quaddle. I think it's Quaddle. Windswept Heath for our opponent. They crack it right away. Into a Vista for Soul Herder. Well, alright. That's going to draw them a lot of cards. I need to answer that Soul Herder pretty quickly. Does it have Hexproof or anything? No? Okay. Oof. That's good stuff here. Especially the combo with Yorion. Oh man, that's gnarly. So here's how we'll do this. We will crack Martyr. Actually, let's crack Martyr with the Cavern so we can Winds of Abandon the Soul Herder. And we don't get to cast Serra here, unfortunately, but I don't even want to mess around with a Soul Herder. I just want to get rid of it as quickly as possible. Opponent gets in for 1 with the Ice Fang. And plays a Misty. Cracks it right away. Now, a little trick for folks who are playing against a Weathered Wayfarer, if you care. Very unlikely scenario, but it's possible. If that mana is not going to be used right away, you can sandbag your fetches. So like when they fetch for the Canopy Vista, if they weren't going to cast something right away, they could have held it up, and then I kind of had a feeling that would happen with the Soul Hoarder. And then when I go to activate Weathered Wayfarer, crack it, and then that fizzles my Weathered Wayfarer activation. I think. No, I guess it's activate only if an opponent controls more lands than you. So I don't think it actually fizzles it now that I think about it. Soul Herder exiles Ice Fang, so more cards coming into the battle, into their hand. At this point, we kind of just have to start casting stuff. I'm going to go get Godless Shrine and play it tapped. And play a Serra Ascendant. Our opponent plays another Ice Fang. So we might end up having to use Ranger-Captain to get a Ballista to start blowing up their Ice Fangs. They have access to Urian here. If they go that route. Draws them a lot of cards. I think they're baiting me into attacking, and then they get to play another Ice Fang. Or they're going to cast Urian here. And they put Urian into their hand and play a Bird of Paradise. And another Bird of Paradise. And now they'll blink Ice Fang. Okay. So if we want to get in here, we could by rangering for Ballista, using Ballista to shock the Ice Fang and then attack. But I don't think that's that necessary. We can also just path here. All right. Let's keep slow playing. That has felt okay. Let's go get another. Let's actually get a Marsh Flats. So let's be critical here. Are we going to play this land right away? If we need to, we have the Ghost Quarter. So let's get Marsh Flats. Now let's consider what our options are. Okay. So we can play the... Let's get a Serra down. And then I do think I'll put the Marsh Flats into play and fetch with it. Because I do think I want to path the Soul Herder this turn. That seems to be their out. So we'll take that away from them. They will path one of our Serras, which gets us closer and closer to Emeria. So I suppose we've got 2, 4, 6 to 2, 4, 6. I suppose our next play is to get Emeria here pretty quickly. That way we have it and can just martyr every turn. Gonna use their Birds of Paradise to play some cards here. Ewit to get what? Path. Path my other Serra? Yeah, now we're definitely looking to get Emeria. Because it looks like the only way they kill me is with their creature damage, and they can't do that with Martyr. I'm actually going to take this damage. Can they cast Urian? They can't. Okay, so I won't take this damage, actually. I will path here. What do we got? Resto! And it comes back with no counters, though, so that's that. Wouldn't mind top decking a Wrath spell here. Would be very good. We'll go down to 29. And they have 6 lands to our 7 lands. So what we need to do here is activate Field of Ruin, activate Marsh Flats, activate... That's a fun loop. Activate... so many triggers. So we're going to activate Field of Ruin, activate Marsh Flats, activate Weathered Wayfarer, is I think the play. So we get that Emeria. Yeah, I like that idea. Let's get rid of one of their blue sources. Priority is hard. Priority is difficult, and so the way we end up having to do the heck? Oh, I still can't activate it. Darn. How do I... Yeah, I mean, kind of messed up at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we would have had it too. Ah, gross. Okay. Well, what we can do here? How do we not die now? It becomes the play. Let's go get another martyr. That was really awkward. That was really awkward, and I'm annoyed that I played that so badly. The good news is we're not going to die. And, you know, it's embarrassing, but we're not going to die, so can't beat ourselves up too much here. And we'll have our 7 lands for when we get to Emeria. We'll take 7 damage here. The only thing we have to worry about in terms of casting a Wrath is a Spell Queller. There's the Urian. So what will they get off of this? I imagine the Ewit, the Ice Fang, maybe the Resto as well. Everything but the Soul Herder. Yeah, I guess making Soul Herder gigantic makes sense. So many counters. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play Ranger, crack Ranger, play Ranger, play Martyr, play Ranger. No, because they'll have a path. I don't want to get the Kami yet because they'll have a path. I want to make sure they spend that path first. The good news is, part of the reason that was awkward is because it got them in front of us in terms of clock. That is not a thing anymore. Does Soul Herder fly? It does not, so we can block it on the ground. That's good to know. Oh wait, do they just keep looping that? Ugh, gross. Yeah, no, they just keep looping that until it's gigantic. Alright, so let's play the Marsh Flats. Play this bad boy. And we can use that to block when we see fit. Go get a Ranger. Use Ranger Cap here. And go get a Kami of False Hope. They have the path in hand. They have white mana. I guess I could have... They have white mana, and there's no way to really stop them from having white mana, so... Okay. Yeah, we're fine with this so far. And now everything comes back. They path my Ranger Cap. Yeah, okay, I want the land. Yeah, and they'll just have forever paths here. Wow. That's kind of neat. What a neat deck. They path Weathered Wayfarer. We will not use that. I should probably take that that yield off in case they path Martyr, but they don't. So her can do lethal damage here. They'll path my Martyr, so let's gain some life. Yeah, I don't think we win this one, if I'm being honest. Just the way it's set up right now. Let's see how they approach it. Yep. Actually, no trample, so no die. Noble Hierarch for our opponent. And then they will exile Yorion and do Yorion stuff. Let's get our Mistveil Plains here. And then we'll let all those Soul Herder counters happen. Serra Ascendant for us. And so all we got to do is keep finding ways to block. They path our Kami. We will activate. And then Ewit comes back, paths our Serra Ascendant, and kills us. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. This is a fun little deck. I'm saying little being like I have any right to be reductivist here. They will path right away, and we'll concede to that. A lot of niche sideboard tech would be really good against this deck, like a Torpor Orb would be really solid. Let's get Winds of Abandon. Let's get... I guess Kambal's not really useful. I am going to bring in the Rips, just because those Ewit shenanigans were a little much for us. Other than that, so we'll take that out, and we'll take out Sorin, which gives us room for... Which does give us room for a Kambal, gives us room for a Disenchant. None of that stuff is really all that relevant, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I guess let's bring in one Kambal. And we can take out the Weathered Wayfarer for the other Kambal, I guess. Little at a loss on how to sideboard here, if I'm being very honest. there are so many times where I want to bring Hollowed Moonlight into my sideboard. Like, just because I'm like 2 mana to draw a card, plus it, stops Reanimator, it stops Dredge, it stops this deck, it stops that deck. And this is just like, see what you would get if you were playing Hollowed Moonlight? I like this hand. I like the sheer bevy of paths this hand offers. Yeah, let's keep it. And let's start with an Emeria, and we'll pass. Prismatic Vista for our opponent. Into a Birds. I'll play Marsh Flats and pass. Opponent starts with an Ice Fang. Let's go get our Mistveil Plains, since we have the Godless Shrine already. We get another Orzhov Charm. So what I'll do here is I will not shock in the Godless Shrine. Vista for our opponent. And they get us for 1. Let's see if they play their Soul Herder here. Siege Rhino. I mean, yeah, Siege Rhino has an ETB that is pretty brutal, I suppose. Let's go get our Ranger and start gaining some life. I'm going to get Martyr and Kami here, just because Kami seemed relevant near the end there. Opponent cracks Misty Rainforest. Gets a Prairie Stream. And crashes in with a 4/5 Siege Rhino. I'm not huge on the sheer number of Ghost Quarters we've drawn. So let's path the Siege Rhino. And then I might get a little saucy here and Orzhov Charm back my Ranger of Eos. Like, Ghost Quarter my own Ghost Quarter, Orzhov Charm back my Ranger of Eos. Just because the Orzhov Charms are a little dead otherwise. Opponent plays another Ice Fang. What are we doing here? Are we going to Chord for a Soul Herder? We are going to Chord for something. So, not a Soul Herder. Meddling Mage. Name Path. Yep. That's okay, because we can Orzhov Charm that Meddling Mage. Or Winds of Abandonment next turn. Just 4 for 1. Ooh, I do like that. I like that a lot, actually. Let's see if they play their Soul Herder here, or just get back their Urian. They do get their Urian. Well, they can't play it. Okay. They can attack, but they choose not to. So here's the awkward thing. Resto. They can save one of these creatures with Resto. So let's see if they've got it. Oh, they're going to Cord. They have another Cord. I'm glad I brought in those Kambals then. For what? For 4. Cord for 4. To go get a 4 mana would be Venser. To bounce my Winds of Abandon. Oh, yeah, all right, cool. Cool. Well, at least let me get some damage in then. I guess I could have left Ranger up because now they just get to attack, but my life total is not important here until they start really pressuring it. Well, they already are now. Charming Prince. Yeah, that has ETB effects for sure. What are we bouncing? Urian. Okay. We'll play they'll play the Urian, and then Venser will bring back the Urian. Charming Prince will bring back all the stuff. Flickers will happen. And then they get to flicker the Urian. It's interesting that they chose to not flicker the Meddling Mage to name like Winds of Abandon. I guess they're pretty confident in their ability to stop Winds of Abandon from happening. And then Venser will bounce what? Venser will bounce a Plains. If you scared, say you scared. If you are scared, say that you are scared. Yeah, that felt pretty good considering how much they invested to make that happen. And we get to see how many basics they have. A lot. So many basics. Just a huge amount of basics. Temple Garden. We'll get in for 3 here. And Charming Prince will bring back Urian, which will see nothing. And they kind of have to start from scratch here, which we like a lot. Revoker. Naming. Martyr. Okay, I can path a Revoker. Let's start here. let's just get rid of that Phyrexian Provoker right away. And get in for 3. Oh, now they can block with a Wall of Roots, I suppose. That makes sense. 3 cards left in hand for opponent. Looks like all they can do is attack. And they will path our Ballista. So we'll shoot them for 1 and get it into the graveyard. I do enjoy that Kambal. So let's play that. And then Field of Ruin, something that taps for white, I suppose. Go get us Plains. And let's attack for 6. They leave back Urian, so now let's path it. Not blocking me today. And they fail to find. And we'll go get some more Rangers. Or some more Martyrs, I mean. They're at 3 life, so they can't cast a non-creature spell. They need something really good here. Well, let's see what they do here. They just die. All right. They've started playing really quickly to try to catch us in timer. Unfortunately, once they start going off again, their timer takes forever again. This is a really interesting deck to play against, I think. It's equal parts, like, kind of janky, but also really subtly powerful, which I can really, really appreciate. They take the play. I'm not a big fan of that hand. I like this one better just because of the sheer abundance of paths. I will put that Serra away for now. Very happy to draw that Wrath of God. Our opponent cracks. Charming Prince for our opponent. And they scry. Both of us can win a game in the time that is presented, but a lot needs to go right. Like, for me, I probably should have kept that Serra up. Just for when I draw Martyr, but just with all these Rangers, it doesn't get as necessary. Land, thank you. So we're going to go get a Martyr here. Ephemerate to bounce their Charming Prince. Scry again. Opponent's down to 4 cards in hand. And they'll do it again. Will they scry again, though? Or will they just gain some life? They'll just gain some life. They like what they saw. Cracked Prismatic Vista. Makes the scry less relevant, I suppose. Siege Rhino. Siege Rhino big. So I will activate Martyr and then pass the Siege Rhino. Can't have that guy hanging around for too long. Especially when they have so few cards in hand. I'll be interested to see if they block with the Charming Prince here. They do not. They choose to not attack us. So I will cast Ranger, go get Martyr into Serra. And hopefully that's enough. If not, we can do it again. I'm going to not attack here. Just in case they have something. They cord for 4. To get another Siege Rhino. We have another path, so no big deal there. And that gets them down to 3 cards left in hand on this draw. I mean, I don't have any way to attack their hand. Now it makes sense to put Urian in their hand. There's a Soul Herder. And we'll path the Siege Rhino here. Don't really care about giving counters to their Soul Herder. Especially since we have the Wrath. They can bounce Charming Princes for a while, though. Love that Winds of Abandon. I'm going to mess up their Scry here and get a black source. Oh no, wait, I would have to get a white source there, so I can't do that yet. Waka Waka. Give me that Soul Herder. Give it to me. Ewit for another cord. Ephemerate. Yeah, okay. And now I can get the black source. Yeah, they'll get in for 6. I don't like these shenanigans, so I think now is when I Winds of Abandon. They ephemerate their Charming Prince, not their Ewit. I guess they lose it anyway, might as well... okay, that's a fun way to do that. Okay. At this point, trying to kill them might not be the best call. I might just be trying to clock them here. Ewit gets back Cord. Yeah. And then they get to Ewit again. To get back Ephemerate? Yeah! That's classy. I'm gonna go get double Serra. What are you flashing in? What are you flashing in? Another Siege Rhino? Yeah, Siege Rhino is a card here. Yeah. That gets us down to 30. And then they get to block one. Yeah, okay. Oh, and then they can ephemerate. Oh, wonderful. That's alright. We've got Wrath. We've got Martyr. We also have Orzhov Charm. They path our Ranger. The more they path, the closer we get to being able to use Emeria effectively. Oh man, so many ephemerates. That's stylish. They use the Ewit, and then I imagine we'll rebound this. We'll hit the Siege Rhino with this one. Nope, just Ewits. Get Cord. Nope, just more ephemerates. Alright. So I go down to 20. Cast Ranger, cast Martyr, activate Martyr, swing in for a lot. And they'll lose their Ewit here as well. That should... Oh. Whoa! Well done. They should have ephemerated the Siege Rhino again. Because now they'll block and I'll keep my Serras. But I guess they can do that on their upkeep. Another Siege Rhino with Court of Calling. So I guess I should have Wrath sooner. Let's see how badly they punish me for it. Can they kill me is the question. Can they kill me is the question we ask ourselves. They deal 8, ephemerate twice. Should have blocked there. But I was just smashing my one button because of the timer. Godless Shrine tapped. Let's cast the Wrath here. Let's not tap our black source, because we do need that Orzhov Charm. They've drawn so many cards now, though. They get back the Cord. Cast the Cord for what? What protects all their creatures here? Another 4 for Venser to counter it. Yep. Okay. So, do we have an out here? So let's start here. Activate, I suppose. And then attack. So we have a 6/6. And then play a Serra, even though they can do more ephemerate stuff to kill our Serra. They ephemerate Ewit to get Path. Path our Serra. And deal 8 damage to us. Let's try to Wrath again. Okay. They don't have any more white, though. That's a nice thing. They can draw a bunch of cards with that. I think we're going to lose to the timer here. Yep, we're going to lose to the timer here. They'll bounce our Venser. Okay. Yeah, there's no way we can get around this, unfortunately. Yep. It's rare that that happens, but we'll go with it. Kind of bummed. That was entirely our fault. That's a very winnable matchup, I feel like. So, really kind of bummed out about that. But it is what it is. And I will see you in the next one.